They lied when they taught you that a good negotiation ends in a compromise. Imagine you want to wear black shoes. Your wife wants you to wear brown shoes. So you compromise and wear one black and one brown. Is that a win-win? No, it's a disaster. You look like a lunatic. This is the philosophy of Chris Voss, the FBI's former lead international hostage negotiator. In a kidnapping, you can't split the difference. You can't say, okay, we'll give you half the ransom and you give us 2 of the 4 hostages. Voss realized that the tactics used to save lives, like tactical empathy and mirroring, work just as well in business. Here are the 10 FBI tactics to get what you want without ever splitting the difference. Lesson 1. The late-night FM DJ voice. Your tone of voice is your most powerful tool. When we get nervous in a negotiation, our voice tends to go up. We talk faster. We sound anxious. This triggers the other person's fight-or-flight response. Voss suggests using the late-night FM DJ voice. It is deep, soft, slow, and reassuring. It signals, I am in control, and everything is okay. When you lower your voice, you calm the other person's brain, making them more willing to listen. There is also the playful/accommodating voice, which is great for general interactions. But when the stakes are high, slow it down. Calm is contagious. Lesson 2. Mirroring. Imitation is not just flattery. It is a neurological hack for rapport. People fear what is different and are drawn to what is similar. Mirroring is the art of insinuating similarity. It's stupidly simple. Just repeat the last 3 words, or the critical 1 to 3 words, of what someone just said. If they say, we are having a really hard time with the budget right now, you simply say, the budget? Then pause. This forces them to elaborate, reveal more information, and feel heard. It buys you time to think and makes the other person feel connected to you without you having to agree with them. Lesson 3. Don't feel their pain, label it. Tactical empathy is understanding their feelings and hearing them behind the words. Empathy doesn't mean being nice, it means understanding. Voss uses a technique called labeling. This is where you verbally acknowledge the other person's emotions. You use phrases like, it seems like you are frustrated, or it sounds like you feel backed into a corner. Notice you don't use the word I. Don't say, I hear you. That makes it about you. Keep the spotlight on them. When you label a negative emotion, you diffuse it. When you label a positive emotion, you reinforce it. It makes the other person feel understood, which disarms their defense mechanisms. Lesson 4. Master no. Yes is nothing without how, but no is the start of the negotiation. We are obsessed with getting people to say yes, but Voss argues that yes is often a trap. People say yes just to get you to shut up. He calls this a counterfeit yes. The real power lies in no. When people say no, they feel safe. They feel in control. So trigger the no intentionally. Instead of asking, do you have a few minutes to talk? Which forces a defensive yes/no, ask, is now a bad time to talk? They will say, no, it's not. And now they are open to listening. No is not a rejection. It is a protection. Use it to make them feel safe. Lesson 5. That's right is better than you're right. You're right is what people say to get you to go away. That's right is what they say when they embrace your solution. If you are arguing with someone and they say, okay, yeah, you're right, You haven't won. You've lost. They are just dismissing you. The two most beautiful words in a negotiation are, "That's right." This happens when you summarize their situation so perfectly that they have no choice but to agree. You repeat their pain points back to them until they have an epiphany that you understand them. Once they say, "That's right," the wall comes down and the deal can actually happen. Lesson 6. Calibrated questions. The how. Don't argue. Ask them to solve the problem for you. When someone gives you an impossible demand, don't say no. That starts a war. Instead, use a calibrated question. The best one in the book is, "How am I supposed to do that?" If your boss gives you more work without a raise, you ask gently, "How am I supposed to do that?" It forces them to stop and look at the situation from your perspective. It converts the confrontation into a problem-solving session. You aren't refusing, you are asking for help. And often, they will negotiate against themselves to solve it for you. Lesson 7. Bending reality. Loss aversion. People will take more risks to avoid a loss than to realize a gain. We are all irrational. We fear losing $100 far more than we enjoy winning $100. Voss teaches you to use this loss aversion. In a negotiation, frame the situation so the other person sees what they will lose if the deal falls through, rather than what they will gain. Don't say, "If you sign, you'll save 20%. Say, "If you don't sign, you are losing $500 every single day." Also, use anchors. If you want to sell for $100, start by mentioning a ridiculously high number like $500, just to make $100 seem cheap by comparison. Lesson 8. The Ackerman model. A systematic way to bargain on price. When it's finally time to talk numbers, don't guess. Use the Ackerman model. It works like this. Set your target price. Then, make your first offer at 65% of that target. They will likely reject it. Then, calculate your next offer at 85%. Then 95%, and finally 100%. This creates the illusion that you are being squeezed to your absolute limit. And here is the pro tip. Use precise, non-round numbers. Don't say $10,000. Say $9,873. Odd numbers feel calculated and serious, like you've done the math. Round numbers feel like estimates that can be negotiated down. Lesson 9. Find the black swan. There is always a piece of information you don't know that would change everything. In every negotiation, there are known knowns, things you both know, and known unknowns, things you know you don't know. But the game changers are the black swans, the unknown unknowns. This is hidden information. Maybe the other side is selling the company because they are secretly bankrupt. Maybe they need the deal closed by Friday to get a bonus. You find black swans by listening intensely and asking open-ended questions. If you find the black swan, you gain total leverage. Never assume you know everything. Lesson 10. The 738-55 rule. Words are only 7% of the message. If someone says, "I'm fine," but their voice is shaky and their arms are crossed, are they fine? No. Voss cites the 738-55 rule. Communication is 7% words, 38% tonality, and 55% body language. If the words and the body language don't match, believe the body language. If their mouth says yes, but they hesitate or look away, it's a lie. Call it out gently, using a label. I heard you say yes, but it seemed like there was some hesitation there. Bring the inconsistency to the surface before it kills the deal later. If you found these 10 lessons helpful, hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching, keep reading, and I'll see you in the next summary.